I've just come into the community around Lincoln Road, and I'm about to engage with a couple local youths, primarily to find out what their concerns are, what it is that they normally do in a day, what they'd like to do for their future, and how they feel in general, with or without money. Right, so
David,
whose bike is that?
Easy.
Okay, so why are you on his bike?
Because I am.
Because you are. Yeah, well, in life, they say you must get on your own bike. Yeah? Well, to be honest, they don't say on your own bike, they say get on your bike. Okay, yeah, so what would you say the needs are for young people?
You need something to do,
Yeah.
apart from jamming on road.
Like a little youth centre.
A youth centre. Okay, so if you have a youth centre, what would you do? Or what would you like to see in it?
Boxing.
Huh?
Anger management, anger management.
Anger management.
yes.
Okay, so are you angry?
Yeah.
And why are you angry?
Because I've lost enough ways on this road lighting. I'm not in it no more.
Because you've...
I've lost too many ways on this road lighting. I'm not in it no more.
Okay, so you've lost some personal friends.
Yeah.
Okay, is that with the ongoing violence amongst the youngsters?
Yeah. R.I.P. Niggas, innit? Get me?
Okay, so what about the bike? Aren't there any dangers associated with riding the bike?
Yeah, I was riding them 2 weeks, tried pushing me off it.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a hill button when it's home now. I think it's broken now. I think it works.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what do you say? Would you say, like, in general society, there's no love, there's no harmony?
No, there's love between the man them and between the girls on road, isn't it? But people try and like categorize us because what we look like, and like we won't be like we're not able to get jobs, and we're not accepted in things that we want to do. Like, how do they expect us to earn money if they don't accept us to do jobs and they don't give us a second chance at things? They just categorize us. I'm sick and tired of getting categorized. Really.
Okay. Okay, so why are you getting Uggs? So, what's the Ugg about? Oh, you're only showing love to him and nobody else. Okay, okay. Okay, but I could be your cousin.
You could be. Mum, you got cigarette?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, well, again, that demonstrate the love, and you regard Janet, a friend of mine, as mum.
Yeah.
Yeah? We grew up in a
Mommy
community.
of the estate.
Okay. Well, it's good to know. So I've done the right thing in coming here to see her. Yeah? Even though
Sure, I love it.
you might not be aware of it, but they say this part ain't part of Bush Hill Park. Yeah.
Why?
So I don't know if it's because it's a estate, because if you walk just 100 yards down the road, you've got some £1 million houses.
Yeah.
You understand? So there's a stark contrast. Yeah, but irrespective of what you've got in your money, I mean in your pocket, yeah, we all have to live. And if you've got the most money and you're not happy, then it's like you're not living. And if you're part of a community and you're not happy, then you're not really making a contribution. You know? Yeah, so back onto youth needs.
Right, David, your turn.
What would you say? I mean, maybe you should have introduced yourself.
I'm not gonna bait my real name. Stars.
Okay, just give me a tag.
Stars.
Stars. Okay.
Hatred for us, yeah? Black or white. They see you on the road, they see you with other people. Wow, you're affiliated, you're this, you're that.
They don't.
Well, again, I can show you the evidence against like myself. The reason why I'm not in council is because the police themselves arrested me. And then when they realized I was a council, rather than them holding their hands up and saying that they were wrong, they then set about to stitch me up. And it's taken me 10 years, basically, to clear my name. And even now that I've entered the campaign to run for council again, yesterday I come home and there's an email where they said they're not having the Bush Hill Park association meeting because they don't want the likes of me there and the BNP.
You're black.
I wouldn't say it's because I'm black.
Yeah, but there's no racism.
No.
Racism.
No, but I would more so look at it because I look to be wanting to empower yourselves as youths to take decisions to be able to be in the civic centre to influence the decisions. Yeah.
Like, mummy, what have you got around Bush Hill? One little boring park.
One of the right
That's it.
fucking library, we get kicked out.
There's
They're from
nothing
Buckingham.
here for these kids.
Okay.
There's nothing for us.
There's nothing for you. Okay.
Stay here,
And even there we get run up in for fuck's sake. Can't even do ourselves in our own park, in our own park.
No
Okay.
picnics, nothing.
You get run up in
Okay. So then, if I was, say, fortunate to have been elected, yeah, what is it that you would want from me?
at a boxing club, like studio, because obviously in music,
Everyone knows
we can
music
express
back
ourselves.
then.
We can express ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And like, boxing club, we can take out anger. Like somewhere like where youths can, like if they've got problems, they can go and talk to someone in it.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like we've got it all up, we've got everything up. And that's what makes us so angry inside.
So angry.
If we
Okay.
had-
So would you appreciate somewhere that, as I say, if it's once a month, twice a month, that we'd be able to meet with other youths, with the likes of myself, so that we
Yeah.
can exchange what the ongoing concerns are, and then once we then set about that, we make it happen. So then I'll be asking for you and everybody on this estate to sign a petition, so that when I go, it's not just my voice.
I'll get everyone to do it, because everyone's on it. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get a video, yeah.
Like, yeah, trust me,
Okay.
like, help us do CVs and shit, help us get jobs and shit.
Okay.
To
Yeah.
make money. And these days, jobs won't take us because blah blah blah.
Categorise us.
Exactly. We're all categorized.
Yeah, well, I'm aware of that, but the thing is, I would like to really empower you. And the same like you talk about money, adults in the council, they get money for your behalf or on your behalf, you understand? But you don't actually spend the money, they spend the money for you. You understand?
On what though?
And-
Fucking
and-
old people to come.
Yeah, and they put it on things that they want to. So my first aim is to empower you. Yeah? When I got elected, they made me chair of children and young people. Yeah? And I sat around this table and I never saw no young people. So basically I had to say to myself, how can I represent young people when there's no young people amongst me?
Need to hear from us.
You see what I'm saying? So,
Me, like, I'll go home. I'll be happy and everything like, outside with my friends. Then when I go home, the
Everything.
silence speaks.
Yeah.
Like, it builds up in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be
Everything.
here no more. You know what I'm saying?
There's no one to chat to. There's no one you can be
My
yourself
mum has
around.
enough problems. I ain't got my dad in my life. I ain't got no family.
Trust me.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
daddy's out here. Daddy's are assholes.
Daddy's gone. My dad's got a new family, innit? My dad's gone.
My dad's a prick.
Yeah? I've only got my mummy, and obviously I stress her out because I've got no one else to take my anger on.
We need more males
Okay.
to look up to. We need more. We need
males.
more males.
okay, okay. Well, again, that's where my disappointment come in. I'm not saying I'm a good role model, but for the time that I was there,
Trying to make a difference.
yeah, I want you to make a difference, you know. And it is that I need to set about my agenda from, say, here, which is at the grassroots. Yeah, there's no sense they putting me in council, and I'm going to stay in council, and I'm not going to be doing the work which I ought to be doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, I thank you guys, yeah, for the time, and I'm here so to meet with my sister, and we're going to set about doing some campaigning. But at least when I'm going campaigning, I know what I'm campaigning for. Yeah, and I've spoken to you, so I've heard it from directly. And if they want evidence, I can produce the evidence. So one of the things I think I'm going to pick up on from what you've said, I'm going to set about a petition, so that when we go around and we put through the flyers or we knock on the doors, we get a petition going for what you said. You want a club that will facilitate boxing, and you want some form of anger management to be in place. Yeah? And obviously, insofar as job opportunity, you want to be aware as to where the opportunities are. Yeah? But what I ask from you, yeah, to work with me, you have to empower yourself. Yeah? So you need to come together collectively. Yeah? Because if you don't come together collectively, I'm not going to be represent. I can't represent you. And if we come together collectively, we've gone somewhere already to stop the differences in the separation or the segregation amongst you.
Have you
Yeah?
noticed, yeah, when like, say like someone does something wrong, the police come, they won't talk to you trying to advise you, straight arresting tag,
Yeah,
whatever.
yesterday, the other day, they tried to arrest me because of my bike. they went
Okay.
up with my bike and everything, they went in my seat. Bro, I had to arrest
Yeah, so they're, instead of talking and to find out what the problem is, they just arrest you and then what? Try and deal with it
them. So you
afterwards.
get road beats up by theft, man, for no reason.
Like every once in a while and again, I'll come to my yard. Oh, what's your circle of friends? Like when I used to go youth offenders, yeah.
The circle right there in it, the tight circle.
I said to them, they're my family. You can't tell me who to talk to, what to talk to in it, because I know feds, yeah, they must. You know, police, I bet they go out and drink and do whatever they do.
Have you seen the bill?
Exactly.
I know.
I'm saying, they do half the stuff they shouldn't even meant to be doing.
We're doing, yeah.
When I
And
was arrested for 48 hours, yeah, I asked for a drink like 3 hours ago. You're listening, stars, yeah? 3 hours, yeah? They flopped me every 5 minutes. They come in there, you alright? Yeah, you alright? Bang that thing right in my face again.
yeah.
They pissed me off.
You know what, yeah, I made a CV, yeah, and like it was a good CV because I got help with it from my college. And then every shop and every place turned me down, innit? And it was like, you know, I want to work with kids, innit?
Okay.
So I want to talk to kids that have got problems. And like, yeah, trust me, because I've been through half of myself. I've been through half the shit myself, innit? And I want to help youths that are going through the same shit.
Same thing.
Now, when your
Okay.
mum can't afford to buy shopping, yeah, and there's no dad to give you pee or to buy clothes for
Then you
you,
got to
innit?
go out on the road and you got to do your own
Thing.
support for your mother.
Exactly.
You
I
got
want
to
to
support.
support my mum, innit? I've got a little
Yeah,
brother
well,
as
survival is the first instinct, you know. But again, to a certain extent, I suppose I'm fortunate because I've also been a foster carer. I fostered for Hackney, Haringey, you know. But in the end, I had us a jacket in for the simple reason that they were giving too much, what do you say, too much leverage or too much rights to the kids. And if I'm not able to establish boundaries for you, it's like I'm just taking the money. You see what I'm saying? And I can't operate like that because I'm not going to make a difference. I'm not going to make a difference in your life if I just take the money. You know, so that's why I give it up. You know, but again, it's something I would like to do for the simple reason that I can communicate quite well with the
You know,
youths.
youth offenders, yeah, they try and talk to you. They say like, what is it? They say they're helping you, yeah, but they're writing down everything you say, then they go and snitch after. So it's like, are you helping me or what? It's meant to be confidential, and you're telling like,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you miss one youth offenders thing, they start chatting rubbish in your ear. Come
Yeah.
back again. If you don't come back, police get involved.
Well,
It's just no.
Yeah. And it just gets worse and worse, isn't it? It
They're
escalates.
getting you in trouble. There's some things you don't want to express with youth offenders and police. They keep it to yourself, and they try and get it out of you. It's like you don't need to know my business.
Okay. Okay, well, like I said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set about to establish some form of a petition, yeah, that I'm going to try and get the community to sign up to. And on it, we're going to list the things that local youths would want,
Hey, let me hold her.
yeah, what you want, yeah. So thanks very much for that,
Thank you.
yeah, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you remember my face, yeah, because that's going to be my safety, yeah. Because unless you recognize me, I can't just go and just talk amongst any youths. Do you understand? Okay, thank you.